Have you ever pondered the mystery of how substances move into and out of cells? The process might seem complicated, but with a bit of understanding, it becomes a fascinating journey into the microscopic world of our bodies. Dive into the world of cells, those tiny building blocks of life. They're not just static structures. Instead, they're bustling hubs of activity, constantly taking in nutrients, expelling waste, and communicating with their neighbors. All these activities are possible thanks to the process of cellular transport. Dive into the world of passive transport, a type of journey that's energy-smart, moving effortlessly down the concentration gradient. Think of it as a downhill ride, no fuel needed. This carefree trip happens in three main ways: diffusion, osmosis, and facilitated diffusion. Picture diffusion as a concert-goer crowd dispersing, shifting from areas packed to areas sparse. Osmosis focuses on the voyage of water, while facilitated diffusion is akin to owning a VIP pass, with carrier proteins ensuring a seamless glide across the cell membrane. So that's your quick tour of passive transport, energy-saving and highly efficient. But what happens when substances need to go against the concentration gradient, from a low to a high concentration area? This is when active transport comes into play. It's like trying to walk against a crowd. It requires energy, specifically in the form of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Active transport has two forms: primary and secondary. Primary active transport uses energy directly from ATP, while secondary active transport uses an electrochemical gradient. Now consider the cell membrane. This semi-permeable barrier is crucial in controlling what enters and leaves the cell. It's like a nightclub bouncer, deciding who gets in and who doesn't. The cell membrane is primarily made up of a phospholipid bilayer, with proteins scattered throughout. Some of these proteins act as channels or pumps, aiding in the transport of substances. In summary, cellular transport is the process that enables substances to move into and out of cells. It involves passive and active transport, with the cell membrane playing a key role. Passive transport requires no energy and moves substances down their concentration gradient, while active transport needs energy to move substances against their concentration gradient. Remember, without this vital process, cells would not be able to get the nutrients they need, expel waste, or communicate with other cells. Cellular transport is truly a fascinating journey, a microscopic dance of life that happens in your body every single moment. So the next time you pause to appreciate the complexity of life, remember the humble yet mighty process of transport into